Hi, Chris. Start again. You ain't Chris. Hi, Chris. Start again. You ain't Chris.
Man, I was just about to start a stream.
Who you was?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Man, I was just about to start a stream.
Who you was?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. You got your YouTube thing? See you on.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm sorry. Sorry.
No. Yeah, I said I'd come back. I'm back.
Everybody makes mistake. Even Liverpool fans make mistake every now and again.
They always make mistakes.
Let me get a headset. It's kind of noisy here. Babe, you know where the little gray headset connector I have? The one that's smaller than this, you know where it is? Yeah.
I will say that. Maybe in there, or did you check over in the little basket? Yes?
You know, you looking for that
Really?
All right, Paul, can you hear me?
I've just started the live stream. Nothing's happened. There's tons of thumbs down already. It shows you, doesn't it?
Oh, Manchester.
You all right? Out there.
All right.
So let's get a chat.
No one's hopped on. No one's hopped on yet.
Yeah, it takes sometimes, like before, it took a bit of time for it to kick in. It must have been on 5 minutes before viewers started popping up. It depends how long YouTube takes to send the
notification.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while.
We're probably gonna. I was telling you guys earlier about the pump. Yeah, I'm in the middle of swapping out, putting my Vectra back on.
You are?
Because because the Reef Octopus, they told me some crap about because I'm using 3/4 inch plumbing. That's why the pump is making noise.
Right. But what I've just been out and bought.
I feel like that's a really bullshit excuse, you know?
What I've just bought.
You want me to go get? Dude, I have like 20 of those. Whatever I saw in Target, I just bought everything.
Yeah, but I bought the one with a black lid. I bought the fizzy one because it's got a black lid. I didn't want the grey lid. So I bought the fizzy one. Sparkling. And I've cleaned this one up. I've drank this one already. So that's cleaned up now. Took all the writing off it. So tomorrow I'll put the tops in tomorrow. Be all good. I can't hear you, Seymour. You've gone muted. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, scraped all stuff off that one.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
It was on mute. Oh, I can't get the how did you get the writing off? Because the new ones I got, they seem to be like laser etched. See, I'm using them for my Triton stuff. I can't scratch these off.
Blade.
Use a blade? Oh,
That's what I use. Let's show you. I'll show you here. This one here. There.
Mm-hmm.
Literally just scratches off.
Oh,
Easy.
yeah. I get. This is so cool. I love them, and I can look and see. I told you this morning when I was emptying all the Triton bottles into. I had one of the elements that was finished, like the bottle was empty. Another one was half.
Yeah, that is my problem. I always have a set of Triton on hand anyway. You know, spare.
Yeah. Yeah. So I combined 3A, 3B, which you said you did, and it's like, but now I have the bottles. And also a good thing now with the with the new doser, I can at a glance like check and see how much solution is left, so I can look and see if anything's out of whack.
Yeah. Yeah. I said,
Yeah.
I was going to get these, but I was just being lazy.
Yeah.
That's why.
What's up, Super Yellow Tank? Dave is here. Hey Voss, exclusive Reef is saying it's too small. There's 800 milliliter bottles. Like that's pretty good. Like the Triton bottle is 1,000 milliliters. Like those, you get the nice tall ones, the glass ones. They're 800 mils.
Yeah, they do two different sizes, don't they?
Containers, man. I have limited space, so I'm all about getting into a nice small space and still being functional. And the glass bottles versus the plastic ones don't tip over easy, especially when the liquid gets low.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why these Voss bottles are kind of wanted, because people use them for arts and craft, like vases and stuff. Hey, exclusive. If you go on eBay now and search water bottles, 800 people in New York City, that's $65 empty.
How much empty?
Them. Yeah.
Yeah, see what? I brought this home. My daughter goes, "Why are you being posh?"
Hey, somebody wants to see my new doser setup. I don't know if I can do it, but it's kind of a little hack job. But let me see if I can join with my.
Hello, Vicky. Hello, Craig. Hello, exclusive. Hey, Dave.
Let me see if I can log in with my phone. Get a second camera.
Fuck it.
Hey, Vicky, long time no see.
How's Mad Dogs? How Mad Dogs? I'm still smoking, Vicky, because I've not got me peace pipe.
All right.
Let me just pin your thing. Which one are you going on? That one.
Yeah. All right. Let me see.
Let me give the control.
All right, hon. Let me turn on my sump lights.
Pilot.
All right. So let me just let everybody know what's going on with the sump first. So yeah, so that's it. That's the Chaeto reactor. I empty that every 2 weeks. So that's 1 week's worth of growth there. So by next week, it's going to be packed and time to empty it. In my mini sump, I decided to let the Caulerpa grow. So I'm taking out the Chaeto slowly, and the Caulerpa, that's just, and the guys probably can't see it, but that's like 2 days worth of Caulerpa growth. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So a few new leaves show up every day, which is good. I'm happy about that. Hey, exclusive, if you're watching, here's the bag of marine pure balls I've been telling you about, you know. So if you're interested in some balls, got some balls for you. All right. So here's the doser setup. I don't have any lights in the doser section. So basically, this is the Red Sea tank, and I built a little cabinet here that kind of slides out. So I just went to Home Depot, built a shelf, and you know, built it to a slightly smaller dimensions than the right side of the cabinet. So I just slide it out. So actually, my doser is on top of it. There's like a few inches. You want to see how it's laid out? There's a few inches on top of it, so the doser is on top of it. And then what I did is I drilled some holes on top of this little cabinet that the dosing lines come down. So the doser's there. You can see the lights. And the dosing lines come down, and they're the dosing bottles. I got 3 of them. Triton is 4, but I mixed the last 2.
How many mils of KH are you using?
10.
Wish I was using
10 per day.
Got 10 of each.
How much are you using?
Got 10 of each.
No.
10 total.
Well, 20 of the 3A and 3B, but 10 of everything else.
All right,
How much
so
are you using?
Yeah, I use 24.
Of each?
No. Of the KH, 12 of each.
Oh, yeah, you got a more SPS dominated tank now. And remember, all my SPS died, so I don't have a high demand. Let me see if there's any questions. I wasn't looking at the chat.
I'm scraping.
What is Christopher Williams said I should send to him?
Let me have a look. Right. So,
I hear people ask a lot of questions. Especially when I'm on Reef to Reef, I've been on the forums a lot lately, and a lot of people are asking, like, hey, if I don't have that 10 to 20% refugium like Triton recommends, can I still run Triton? And I keep saying, yeah, you absolutely can. I mean, you could try the other methods, but if you have like a good refugium light and you have like a well-sized Chaeto reactor, like, yeah, you can absolutely do it. Like, I don't have 10, you know, this reactor probably holds half a gallon, 3/4 of a gallon. This ATO container is what, 2.5 gallons, 2 gallons?
Which method are you using?
Yeah. Core 7.
Yeah, which one? Base or other?
Base.
You're using the base?
Yeah, I'm full Triton, man. Full Triton.
Even Triton don't say full Triton.
No. I don't know the difference.
You sound like narcosis then.
Oh man. What method are you using?
I use the other. I don't have a refugium.
You don't want to use a Chaeto reactor or something?
Nope.
What do you do? Carbon dose?
No. Why would I want to do that?
So how do you manage nutrients?
How? I just don't feed too much. I feed what my fish eat.
Oh.
See, every reefer should know that.
Nah.
What you put in, the fish shits out, right? So if you feed your fish what they should be eating, that's how you manage your nutrients. So I change my filter stocks daily or every other day. I couldn't say daily because I don't do it daily. Sometimes I do, depends what I look like. And I said, don't do water changes, and my nitrates never go above 8. My phosphates never go above like 0.6, 0.06. So
my phosphates are like negative, below what Triton recommends. Like I'm negative.
Yeah, well, mine, like when I got mine back, it was in the yellow, saying it was too low.
Oh yeah, mine too. That's what it was, yellow. But yeah, but I got a heavy stock tank and I feed heavy.
Yeah, I feed. Don't get me wrong. I feed my fish every day. You know what I mean? And I feed them a full cube of frozen, or I'll feed them pellets and I'll feed them mastic. But every day they get a feed, and it's usually around the same time every day. They get seaweed and all every day, so they get the herbivores get it. But they get
mine too.
The coral gets some amino acids daily.
You also dose amino acids?
Yeah. I don't do it daily.
Twice a day, though.
Yeah, I don't do aminos daily. Sometimes, see, aminos is when I can be asked putting it in. Other than that, this is nearly all off now. Last bit. There we go. Fully off. There you go, Seymour. Look at
that. Looking good.
That's 2.
Yeah, just to show you that, man, it works for different people. Like I don't do water change. I did water change a couple weeks ago. That's because of the calcium issue. But I feed heavy. I like fish, so I have a heavy stock tank. But I'm running the Triton method, and a Chaeto reactor is taking me. So buddy, I don't believe in I want like a lot of fish.
The fish do nothing for me.
What happens with the heavy feeding and whatnot? That's why the mushroom population just gets out of control. I mean, it was like a month ago I gave away a lot of these, and look at that again. Kill a Duncan.
Never done anything for me, then,
Huh?
Mushrooms. Never liked.
I put this clam in yesterday to feed copper band some clams, and there's already mushrooms growing inside of it after one day. That's how crazy they get.
That's why I didn't like them. Why is my dog such thick?
Move it. But one thing I love my euphyllia section. Like look how.
Yeah, see, I love euphyllias.
Everything, yeah. My wife loves euphyllias. We got I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of them looking plump, nice and juicy.
Have you got to the point where you're fragging them every other week?
I'm looking for if anyone has any special strain.
You're breaking up, Seymour. Say that again. You broke up again. Is it just me, or is he breaking up for everyone? See you later, SYT.
What happened since I got the
Seymour, you broke up then, so we never heard what you said. If you're talking now, we can't hear you.
You hear me again?
No, you keep going on and off. Can't hear you. Yeah, you're breaking up. It's not just me. Other people are saying it too. You're breaking up, Seymour. Seymour, what are you dosing on your 4th pump?
Nothing yet.
Get some of that Easy Reef stuff on it. Plankton.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Saying you should get some of that plankton on it, that Easy Reef plankton. That's what I've got on mine. Michael Aaron's has got it on his and all.
Easy Reef Plankton?
Yep. Easy Booster, it's called. Comes with an adapter for dosing and all.
Not aminos?
Yeah, Craig, I've still got the Walt Disney in my tank yet. I put it in a frag rack because it got knocked down the other day and I crapped myself, so I put it into a frag rack now. Phil says, show us that Hellfire torch you got from Rico.
All right, you gotta give me a few minutes. The living room, my wife is playing some music, so give me like 10 minutes and then I'll head back. Right now I'm hiding out in the bed.
Yeah, I've got some high-end corals in my tank at the minute.
Yeah, a couple of heads died off of that though. I think I bought it from Rico with 4 heads. I think it grew to about 8 and 4 died. So it's back to its original size. But I kind of, took your suggestion when the heads started dying. I just snipped them off.
It was me that told you to do that.
Yeah, it was you.
Always do it. Always prevent them dying. At the end of the day, it's one of them that you can strip apart and it'll all survive. You know what I personally do with them? Which I've always said to everyone. If you've got a torch or a frog spawn or something like that, and it's died once, always split it into a couple and put them in separate parts. If one does die, you've always got another one spare. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I do that with my iron corals in my tank. I always keep a spare bit. I always frag a little bit off and put it somewhere else in the system. Even if it's tiny little bit.
Yeah. I you know what? That's good advice. What I probably should do, some of the Ophelia I have, I should probably, they have like, anywhere between 15 to 20 heads. I should probably snip them off, probably put him in a buddy's tank because he's starting his tank up. So at least there's another strain somewhere.
Well, me and my friend do that together. Me and Markeb. Now, Markeb is a reefer who knows his shit, right? He's been on a few times, but usually really quiet. So he might listen in every now and then. But he'll bring corals to my house. He'll bring a frag to my house, and I'll take a frag to his. So we've always got a bit. If his dies, he'll come to me and say, "Can I have a little bit of that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can." So we've always got it's always best to do that. As long as you've got a buddy that lives near or whatever, and you can share your stuff between you, it's always a good thing to do.
Yeah. The Montipora on the left that you're seeing a little piece of it on the left, the one that I said bleached, it's starting to come back. I don't know. All of a sudden, I looked at it yesterday and I started to see like the red flesh growing back.
Well, did you see my green one, my green plating one?
Yeah.
That went white nearly. And then a couple of days later, it was beautiful green, better than it's ever been before.
This one was dead, like the algae flesh was on, like that brown thing that when corals flesh die.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, I wasn't going to take it out because I was going to put some encrusting Montipora on it, but it's starting to grow back. Like you can see even the photo, I mean, it's a bad video, but you can see a little bit of red. Like that started appearing once the KH and the calcium got settled. Like this.
You only need one, Seymour. You only need one polyp. You only need one polyp. One polyp can grow a full colony. Like me, I've got a mini colony of tricolor that came from one polyp, and I'm not. When people say one polyp, I'm genuinely talking about one polyp. and now it's like a nice mini colony. I do like these Voss bottles. What colour lids have you got in your Voss?
How many what? My SPS died, Paul. All I have is really, mostly my softy, Oscillopora, some cat's paw, my Duncans, star polyp, and then
Duncans grow mental in my tank. I'm seriously mental. They just won't stop growing. I sold 120 heads. You give me a couple back, and I've got like 12 heads on this one already.
Wait, you sold 120?
I sold 120 heads of Duncans, yeah.
What?
I sold them for 70 quid.
120 head would command so much money here. It would be crazy.
Yeah, I sold them 70 quid. They can sell for £5 a head, but I sold them for 70 quid for all of them. Sold them to me, mate. Not as a. I was selling them to anyone for 80 quid. He said, I'll give you 70. I'm like, all right. One of them. Sold them on for a £5 each.
Exclusive is saying for dosing, he was thinking of getting some glass and build 4. It would give and build some 4 by 12 by 15-inch containers. It will give him a gallon in each container. I mean, yeah.
If you've got the room, yeah. It's good to do if you've got the room, innit?
Yeah, well, yeah. I was about to say, the room.
And I'd like to help, this is going to be a dosing container. And the idea came from Reef Dudes. This is not my idea. No intentions of saying it was my idea. Thank you, Reef Dudes. Anyway, as we were. Have I any air cans? I've got 1 air can left. Well, one mini colony of air cans left. Sold all the rest of them.
I can't keep air cans alive. That's my coral.
Yeah, sold them all. Sold every one of them. Because I fell out of love with them. And when you, in this orbit, if you fall out of love with a coral, you want it out of your system. It just does your tits it being in your system. Yeah, but I fell out of love with them, so they needed to go. It would take
Dave said it would take him months to use a gallon of 2-part. Not if you're still growing, Dave. You'd be surprised how quickly that 2-part consumption can go up.
Yeah. Even before I had this system with SPS in it, as soon as it kicked in, I was using a lot of stuff.
I was using 50 mils a day of BRS 2-part.
How much?
50.
50.
Yeah. Yeah, but Paul, we already had the discussion. Like, I think the stuff we get over here is a lot diluted versus the stuff you guys get over there.
Right.
So I remember months ago we had this huge conversation about it. Yeah, I think the stuff we get here is even what's the name in Australia was saying what's his name? What is it? Rookie Reefer?
Oh, was he saying the same thing?
Yeah, he said, man, the stuff you guys get in the US, it says medical grade, but it's not. So I think we get bamboozled. But it's fine. BRS sells the stuff cheap. Actually, they're cheap by far. They're the best.
You got to buy twice as much.
Huh?
Because you've got to buy twice as much if it's diluted down. Do you get your Triton from them?
I do, but I get some from. I get it from. I bought Triton from my local fish store.
Right.
The initial bottles I got same price. Local fish store though. I'm helping a buddy with his build right now, ordering, choosing equipment and some stuff. If I'm buying the stuff for him, Bulk Resupply has this good system where you get like points to use later. And then every now and again they have this special. So the other day I helped him buy his skimmer and stuff, and BRS gave me like, like some kind of bonus points where for buying a $500 skimmer for my buddy, I got like $100 credit that I can use at both resupply. So, I like buying from BRS because there's no tax. In New York, we pay like a 8.5% tax on everything.
Can you get the 10 liters from there?
10 liters?
Yeah, they do 10-liter bottles of Triton over here.
10 liters?
Yeah. So you'll get 40 liters of it.
Is that something you have to mix yourself?
No. They sell Triton Core 7 in 10-liter tubs. And it works out. We pay, our Triton is £31 a set. Right? If we buy it in 10-liter tubs, it works out at £25 a litre.
Yeah. My LFS said they had it. Manhattan Aquariums, which is basically the guys who are the distributors for Triton here in the US.
Yep.
The guy who's the distributor for Triton in the US owns my LFS. I mean, they've said they had it, but they haven't been able to get it in stock.
What, the 10-liter one?
The big one, yeah. They did mention that, hey, if you buy it in bulk, it's a lot, but it comes out a lot cheaper. But
yeah.
They said
it's about 20% cheaper. It works out about 20% cheaper.
When I worked it out here, it was probably more than that. It was like 30%.
Yeah.
It works out to you getting almost a free bottle and a half. A free, yeah. Yeah, but they don't have it. I haven't seen BRS carry it, and I haven't seen Manhattan Aquariums with it. I'm gonna ask again for reminding me. I'm gonna ask them again.
Dave says he uses 14 milli Fritz. Right.
He said he thinks the stuff you mix is weak. Well, I mix the BRS stuff, so it just says gallon of water, put the solution in, mix, and then use. So I mean, it's pretty hard to like. You could screw it up, but not that much. He basically says put 2.5 cups, add it to a gallon of water, mix around, and that's your 2-part. I don't think I can screw that up too bad.
Yeah, Timur, on your bottles you've made, have you put stickers on them?
Yeah, I have a label printer. I put stickers on them.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to get some stickers. I don't want to write on it. It'll spoil it, won't it?
Yeah, I have a little label maker, so I put core 1, core 2.
I might actually buy stickers. Do you know, like alphabet stickers?
Oh boy.
Make it look posh.
Yeah.
But I've got black lids. Have you got black lids? Have you got the grey lids?
Grey.
Oh, look at that. The black lids are better.
I think Reef Dudes painted his red, which was kind of cool.
Nothing's red in my tank, so it looks silly.
Refreshing, right?
No, because it's sparkling. Do you call that club soda? Sparkling water.
I personally don't.
What's club soda?
And sparkling water are 2 different things.
All right.
Yeah, I was making a drink one time. And it needed one or the other, and I used the wrong one, and it didn't come out well. Yeah, Dave. The BRS stuff isn't as it's probably not as potent. BRS stuff is not even as potent as the ESV stuff. So it's just that it's cheap. I mean, but TMG. I remember the last time he was on, he said he's dosing 70 mils a day, which I didn't get a chance to join and tell him, like, that's way too much.
70 mils of what?
Be a 2-part.
See, it's like some of them. I mean, I think if you was using the old Triton now, the old Triton, right? Well, it's not old. People still use it. The one that you dilute.
Yeah.
Right? You'd be using more than 70 mil. You'd be using 80 mil. Well, it is 'cause it's 7 times. I mean, if you're dosing 20 mil of K8s now, you're going to be doing 20 times 7.
Jeez.
So think about it. Do you know what I mean? So it's could be right, yeah. The last one I was using, I was dosing 45 mil of Reef flowers a day. That's what I used to use. And I was dosing 45 mil of that a day. Now, my SPS was nothing like this one. I've just realised I really don't like sparkling water.
Yeah.
Club, tonic, and salsa are different. Tonic water I know is different, Dave. But
Dave, what's the difference, Dave?
Club soda and sparkling water, what's the difference between them two?
I don't know. One's got more sodium in it, I think.
Right.
So
it's good for our tanks then.
Before, I wasn't saying somebody was mixing it wrong or anything like that. I was just saying if you're using something more concentrated, then the small Voss bottles will last you a long time. But if you're mixing 2-part from BRS, you may be filling them more often. That was all I was trying to say. So the one that you mix, you have to dose more of, so you go through it more.
Yeah.
Closest wants a link. As soon as I come on, really?
That's it, Dave. No talking for you now.
We'll just let Owen and Narcosis talk now.
Looking good, the tank there, Seymour.
Yeah.
They had another mushroom explosion.
Yep.
And they're really going nuts in the cube too.
Get them sold there.
I don't care if they could take over the cube. That's what it's all about in there.
Then you stick them on a thread plug and sell them.
It's just softy warfare in there. The strongest will survive.
That's
the more mushroom, the less bubble algae. That's all.
That's what Sanjay does to his little softy tank. He just puts them in and let him fight it out to the death.
When I move it up here, I'm going to redo the rock work and just load it up nice. Let them fill it in like they're supposed to. So the zoanthids do well in that tank. Everything does. It must be a little dirtier. But there's nothing fragile in there, you know. It's all softies, some clownfish, a goby. Clean up crew.
Man, I freaking
See more snails.
See more snails. That's right.
Now, of course, if you're speaking there, we can barely hear you. It's like you're in Afghanistan.
Testing.
Hello.
All right. My statement from the other day does stand, Seymour. You do have a lot of fish in there.
Yeah, I never said no.
Well,
No.
Well,
It's not got a lot of fish in there. If his nutrients and bioload is all sustained perfectly. Seymour, how's your bioload? How's your nutrients? Intake and outtake. Is it all good?
Great.
There you go. So he's not got too many fish in there. Ah.
well, I didn't say he had too many. I said he's got a lot.
Which is what?
Doesn't mean it's too many. Just means it's a lot.
Oh, come on.
Come on, mate.
Craig Smith is asking, how long have you had the copper band?
I think about 2 years, because we had it in the previous tank. Yeah, almost 2 years.
Does it eat mastic?
I never tried mastic.
What, have you not got any?
I've never tried it. The other day, you guys were telling me about it the other day, but
I've never seen it either. But it is available.
Make me send you both.
Because I know Sabella said he could get it somewhere in Staten Island.
You need to get some, try it. Copper bands go mental on it, Seymour.
yeah, my copper band, I don't have any problems feeding him. He eats clams. I gave him some clams the other day. He eats seaweed. Anything frozen you put in the tank. He doesn't eat pellets, but you know, anything frozen, any kind of seaweed. You put seaweed on the clip.
Yeah. My 6-line won't eat pellet or flake, but he's fat, so who cares? He's eating something.
Even my Rasset. Yeah, I just a couple weeks ago when you guys were talking about mastic, I had just bought like fish food, so I have enough fish food stored. But probably next month when I need to restock, I'm gonna check mastic.
I got some given to me actually from the show that I went to. Where is it? There it is. I got some in. I'm gonna turn my camera on.
I think I'm gonna take. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna take out the Antheas because
You're gonna take out the Antheas?
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the Antheas.
Antheas are your coolest fish.
There we go. I got this at the Reef meeting. That thing that we did the other day, that towel for that aqua show. Mastic. Giving these away for free.
Nice. You gonna send one to me?
I got one. I've got some more in my cupboard that I've been given before now. I got that. I got free food. Right, 3 tubs of food. I got some stuff like mastic, what you stick on the glass. What else did I get? I got bags of these, like mice shrimp pellets.
Big ones, huh? Big pellets.
Narcosis was saying the Antheas is the coolest fish. I think I think he doesn't do well when you feed 1 time a day. So he's one of the few fish, that I do 2 feedings a day for. So I think if I get rid of him, I can do 1 just frozen at night.
You should probably stick to what's working. If it's already working and all your fish are surviving and everybody's doing good and they all look happy, I would probably just keep it like that and just buff up your export, if anything, if you have to.
As long as your tank's clean.
Yeah. Because I have seen fish tank just over by switching 1 feeding. Like I went from 3 to 2, and I've seen copper bands or tanks start to go bad.
Well, the copper band doesn't eat the pellets anyway, so
Oh, it's the pellets. I got you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove the pellets from my feeding. Probably feed the same amount of frozen, but break it down. 1 time a day, like 1 feeding in the evening. There he is. But he's a very active fish, though. And at the time, all my fish used to hide before I got him. But now I have other, active fish. So
you only got 1, right?
Yeah, only 1. I had a trio, but the rest of them died. Flukes.
Hey, Nick.
Nicholas. There he is.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, a firefighter. Here to fight fires.
Nick, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, I know. I've been busy, man. Doing trade shows.
I understand, man.
Did you say doing trade shows?
Yeah, we were at the trade show for 2 days on Wednesday and Thursday.
Wait, who's we? You mean you and your team?
Me?
Yeah, Paul was there, and Mr. Craig Smith was there. It was good meeting Craig.
Michael
was there too.
Michael was there. He stayed at the same hotel as me, so yeah, it was cool.
Sounds like you guys had a sleepover.
Oh, Narcosis is jealous.
Wait, Nick, what do you do? Set up a booth
next time
at the trade show?
No, we just attended. We just went and walked around.
That's where we met.
You set up a booth?
Yeah, Langside with it.
Was Cruz there too?
Can't hear him.
No.
Oh, Cruz didn't come.
No Cruz, huh?
No Cruz. Well, I think he's going to be at the Chicago one though.
That's coming up, right? I'll be there. You gonna be there?
No, I'm not going.
He lives in Chicago.
Yeah, he lives in Chicago.
But Michael's going.
Cruz lives in Chicago.
He told me he wasn't going.
Oh, really?
So I'm getting different conflicting information.
Oh, I don't know.
A couple weeks ago, when Michael was talking about that he's gonna come, I thought he said, "Well, I'm in Chicago, so I'll see you there." That's how I know Cruz lives in Chicago. So
exactly.
I could have been mistaken, but I swore.
No. He lives. Yeah. Cruz does live in Chicago. He'll be there.
Michael said he was going. I've not heard
said he was going to New York and then carpooling with somebody.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, he did it. He did it on the live stream, didn't he, Dave?
He said that. On the live stream, yeah. I don't know if it was his live stream or your live stream, but I remember hearing him say it.
Yeah, I heard it too.
And I thought maybe I didn't hear it right because I saw he was at that skate off thing with Joey and what's his name?
Oh, that was before though. That was last week, right?
Right. And then I saw him at the video. I was like, oh, maybe that's what he was talking about, and that was over there. But
no, he's going. He did the skate off one at Aqua Depot. Then he went to the trade show in Telford, and then he's going to Chicago as well.
That's good.
Nick, is that Craig Smith? Was he at the?
Yeah.
Is that the one that you introduced me to?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Hello.
Who is Craig Smith and what does he do?
The one in the chat. I didn't realize, Craig, that you had an aquarium business. Let me jump into.
Oh yeah. Craig Smith is in the chat there.
Yeah.
You got a link hanging there, Paul.
It's nighttime. You might want to get that link out. That's when the trolls come out.
Yeah, the American trolls.
Have I put the link in? Yeah. Yeah. Gone.
Oh man.
So weird.
What did you think to that new Senai?
I think it's the dog's bollocks.
Martin's Reef. The Chicago show is either November 5th or 6th. It's called Aquatic Experience, I think.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Michael's definitely going to that one.
He freaking lied to me because I told him I was going to go because it's only 2 hours away from me.
That's why he said he's not going.
He told me he's not going.
Yeah, he wanted to keep it a surprise, maybe.
I mean, how long does he want to keep it a surprise? It's right around the corner now.
Yeah. So let me jump in and out of this.
So we had 3 Reefapaloozas and a Magna, and he's going to the Chicago one, huh?
They obviously know something that we don't.
Nothing against Chicago.
Yeah, November 3rd through the 5th. Aquatic Experience.
I don't know how that's going to compete or compare to the Magnas and Reefapaloozas.
I wonder if I went last year. Did I go last year?
I don't know.
If it's the same one from last year, I don't think it was that big or that good. I think one of my buddies sells corals in there.
Well, if you live in Chicago and that's what you got, then you go, you know?
Oh, I mean, it's only like $20 to get in the door, unless you're a member. And if you're a member, that's only $20 for the year. I mean, yeah, it's just like a big frag show. I mean, you get in $20. It's better than freaking going out to have a couple beers or something crazy.
Well, they're always fun, especially if it's a big gathering. You get to, meet other reefers face to face. It's always cool.
Oh yeah, that's the best thing about it.
That's the best part of Palooza, was seeing everybody.
What I found weird when I went to that trade show is people coming up to me going, "Hey, Paul," and I'm like, "Were you?"
What do they do? They walk up to you, "Hey, Paul."
Yeah.
I get that at my LFS, believe it or not. Like, I watch the videos. I was like, "Hey, you're the one."
I mean, yeah, you know, some of us has got 1,000 subscribers. You never know who they are.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you get 10 people in here, and they're all the same people, so we all know each other. But
Well, like,
Hey
yeah,
guys,
there's 4 or 5 people in the chat, but there's 11 watching. You don't know who the other 5 are, you know, 6.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm going to be listening, but I'm changing some RO filters, so I'm going to be away from my iPad.
Okay.
We'll just call you names. It's all right.
I'll be hitting the water changer soon myself. About an hour from now, slam my water change.
What are them?
Change out 44 gallons out of my 200. Let's do it.
So I do water changes when I know
That
that one of the parameters are out or something.
Live stream stuff. Someday you'll be like CJ and you can clean your skimmer and get 100 people watching.
Yeah. Maybe shows you what a self-cleaning sump looks like.
Well, right now my alk just dropping, So
But
like
yeah,
100. Yeah, it's at like 129 right now. 129.
What's that in English?
What's that? DKH.
7.2.
That's not that bad at the minute, is it?
No, it's not. It's not terrible, but if I keep letting it go a couple more days, you know.
Where do you like to keep it, Narcosis?
I don't know, 8-ish.
Right.
140-ish, 8.5, 8-ish.
That's a big drop then. That's, you know, it's not stable for sure.
Martin's Reef said here is picking up a dual calcium reactor for 150 tomorrow. They can't wait.
That?
A dual calcium reactor. I've never heard of one of them.
Cool. 2 chambers. Yeah, I've seen them. That's good price. You're getting the regulators and everything, huh?
Why dual, Dave? What does a dual do?
I think you can kind of fix that pH before it gets back into the tank. Gives it a little a little more reaction time or a little less reaction.
Yeah. No. So what a dual calcium reactor does is one chamber is to break down the media, and then the effluent goes into the next chamber and starts to eat the rock, and it basically brings back up the pH.
So what Dave said.
Yes.
Yes, but I kind of wanted to add a little more on it, I guess.
Yeah.
Moron. What was the take part? He actually said moron at the end of it.
Does it take up a lot more room than a regular calcium reactor?
About twice as much.
Yeah, because
I was just going to say that, Dave.
Yes, it does, because it's 2 chambers.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet now.
I'm in a mood. I just moved the tank onto the stand, so I'm a little disgusted. My overbox is like a 1/4 inch lower on one side than the other, so I got to cut it off.
Who sent Seymour to the corner?
It's a Reef Octopus. It's from your local store. Does anything else come with that calcium reactor? Does it come with at least the pump or the motor? Which model is it?
You see, to me,
for 150, he can put a pump on it, and you know that's cheap.
Still be worth 150.
I got mine for $115.
What?
Yeah, we thought
new or used.
So what's the deal with those? You can use a regular regulator, but it's more difficult, or if you can get the electronic one like Rico has, it costs more, but it's more accurate.
Yes, a regular regulator is going to be a little inaccurate, but as long as you have a monitor or something that you are setting your actual pH by, it really doesn't matter.
Right.
You said it comes with a pump.
The pump ain't much, really. You're not running that many. You're not like doing gallons per hour big time through it. It's just a little mix, right?
Through the calcium reactor, basically the calcium reactor has a pump on it that circulates the water inside of the calcium reactor, which that's what helps break down the media.
Right, but as far as what's going in and out, it's not a lot of water.
Comes with a pH probe.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would say that, but I've never used one. No intentions of ever using one.
He's not going to need any Voss bottles then. He's got it covered.
I can show you the guys the one I use on my frag tank.
Yeah, I don't have the space, and I just prefer to use a doser, less complex.
That one's possible, but a doser is kind of more complex in some ways.
Than a calcium reactor?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, depending on your media, you may be getting more out of the calcium reactor or of the trace elements because you're actually cooking old coral skeletons. You're getting out everything they took up.
Where in the world is it?
Both have room for error.
Oh yeah, I mean they both have room for error. I mean,
Mixing salt has room for error, so it's just not even pretend I didn't even say that. You know.
Yeah, anything that comes with our reef tanks have room for error.
Anything that has a human element involved.
King is in the house.
Going on his 220.
Who's in the house?
Nat King.
Nat King.
He lives right down the street. Nat King, why don't you swing by, pick me up, take me to Absolute? I don't have a car, bro.
I don't have a car, bro. I like that.
I saved a lot of money this week, I'll tell you that.
Couldn't spend no money. No car.
Oh.
Can you give us any more details, Martin, of what the actual reactor is, or the model, or anything? Do you know?
Who's banging that?
Also, Martin, do you have a CO2 bottle? For a calcium reactor, normally you need a calcium reactor, regulator, CO2 bottle, and a pH monitor. That's pretty much standard to make it work.
Where's Steve?
To make it work
CO2
good.
canister, right? Not a CO2 bottle. Like a CO2 canister, right?
CO2 tank, which they call it a CO2 bottle or CO2 canister. Which they're pretty cheap. They're only like $50.
Oh yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah, they're only like $50 and then probably $10 to get filled.
You know what? I think I just ejected Dave then. Dave, I was trying to give Dave controls. I think I ejected you. Dave, can I add you back on?
No, you can't. You gotta create a new stream.
Really?
I think so. I think once you eject somebody, I don't think you can get them back in the same stream.
Dave, try to click on the link. See if it lets you back on.
Even chat with them? Oh, we all got kicked. No, I'm still in, dog.
No, we're still in. He ejected him.
That's messed up, Paul.
Oh, how do I do? I tell you what, I will stop the stream and get Dave back in because I'm not going to do that because now I feel bad. I was trying to share controls and I think I kicked him out. I think I clicked the eject button instead of share.
Well, let's see what it says.
Dave, see if you can click back on the link to come back in.
You send him an invite, maybe.
Yeah. Right, Dave, I'm going to send you an invite, see if that works. I need his email address.
You better off just starting a whole new stream.
Right, I'm going to shut it down and start a stream up again. So people, bear with me. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to start a stream up straight away. So sorry about that, but I can't not have Dave because I like Dave. All right, see you in a minute. Bye.